Welcome to the Rich TV Live podcast and happy New Year's to you all. I am your host, Richard D'Souza, and today we're going to talk about the hottest stocks and Bitcoin and cryptos in the world of finance. Hope you had a fantastic New Year's. Hope you had a fantastic Christmas holidays. And now 2023 is behind us, and it's time to look forward to 2024. Now, we're going to be here every step of the way, every single day, every single week, tracking the hottest stocks, the hottest cryptos, and breaking down the biggest news in the world of finance, interviewing CEOs of growth companies, and identifying investing opportunities. The number one stock of the day today is LBPH. Put LBPH on your radar and on your watch list. As you can see, they had this huge explosion on news, and it has gone up over 200% today. It was up 100% pre-market, and then it went up another 100% when it got live. So this is the hottest mover of the day and moving on news. There's always a catalyst pushing these stocks, okay? It could be anything. It could be news, could be insider buying. Sometimes it could just be market makers believing that the stock is undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed. And sometimes that's why it moves. So there's lots of different reasons why stocks move. So you need to be aware of that. And that's why you need to go and join and follow us and subscribe to the Rich TV Live podcast so that you can get updates every single day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on the biggest trends, the biggest movers, and the biggest and hottest stocks and cryptocurrencies of the day. So if you like these videos, please smash the like button, comment down below, share the video everywhere, and subscribe if you're live. All right, let's talk about what else is moving today. All right, so other than LBPH, which is really the biggest mover of the day, the only one up over 100% is POL. You can see this has been a fake out. They went up pre-market, so anybody that bought it is down because now they've come back down. So you got to be really careful chasing momentum because it doesn't always end well. And this is a great example of that. As the stock went up, as you can see here, hit a high of over $12 and now is trading at 8. So if you bought this at 12 and it goes to 8, you're feeling the pain on the first trading day of 2022. So please be careful riding momentum. It's not always the best way to do it. And here's NGM. They're up 45% of the day. This one's a little different. It went up pre-market and it continued to go higher. And our indicators are actually giving us a buy signal as it's starting to climb. So be aware of NGM, could go higher. They've got some takeover interest in news, and that's why they're moving. Here's SNES, another one that went up pre-market and has continued to go higher. Gaining some serious momentum here is SNES. Put them on your radar and put them on your watch list. One of the bigger movers of the day, up 33%. So we're having a weird day in the markets. There are some movers, but there's a lot of stocks that are going down. And I think that's just because they went up a lot in 2023. So they're going down just so that they can go up again because they're just too high and they can't just continue to grind higher. At some point, they have to drop so that investors can reposition themselves, buy them for the next rip. Now, here's one that actually had a tough 2023. It's been one of my top picks that I've been talking about, and it's starting to make this big move here, Moderna, and they were given a price target of $142 from Oppenheimer, and they're moving on that news. And I just felt like this is one of the bigger players of the last couple of years that had a tough year last year, and they were ready to make a move, and that's exactly what they're doing. Now, Bitcoin has been absolutely on fire for the last year. I believe that 2024 will be the same. I believe 2025 it may go even higher. So keep your eye on MicroStrategy, one of my top 10 picks for January. It's not disappointing today, up 11%. It's now at $700 and up 11% on the day. And look at the last year on this stock. Absolutely phenomenal, and it continues to grind higher. It's gone from $100 to $700 in a year. So keep your eye on MicroStrategy, one of the larger holders of Bitcoin in the world. Speaking of holders of Bitcoin, GBTC, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, one of the largest holders of Bitcoin on the planet, over 660,000 Bitcoins held by GBTC, and they are up around 8% on the day and trading around a 52-week high. So keep your eye on GBTC a great way to play Bitcoin. Speaking of playing Bitcoin, Riot is a Bitcoin miner. They're up today 3%. Put them on your radar and put them on your watch list. Speaking on Bitcoin and Bitcoin miners, Mara, one of my top 10 stocks for January, they're in the green today. They were up a lot. They have given up some of those gains, but they are climbing and they're a Bitcoin miner. So anticipate that will continue if Bitcoin continues to stay bullish, which I believe it will. BITF, another Bitcoin miner, up slightly today. That's a cheaper one at $2.95. And here's Bitcoin. So we broke that 45,000 mark yesterday, which is huge. The highest Bitcoin has been in 20 months, so almost 2-year highs for Bitcoin. And I really believe that we've got some massive catalysts that can take Bitcoin even higher. So stay tuned, because I really believe that Bitcoin is going to be at 50,000 pretty soon with all these Bitcoin ETFs getting approved. And then Bitcoin halving coming in April. There's a lot of catalysts for 2024 for Bitcoin. So make sure that you've got some exposure to Bitcoin, because this rocket is just getting started. Looking at 45,300 right now, you can see I've had this all marked up. Very key areas where I was just like, okay, if we break this, we go here. We break this, we go there. And you can see we broke that 41, went to 44, came back down, broke it again, came back down. And then on this last run, we broke that 42 mark, and then we broke the 45 mark on momentum. And with all of these Bitcoin ETFs looking to get approved, I believe this momentum may continue for quite some time. CLSK, another Bitcoin miner that has done quite well. You can see the 1-year chart, how it has climbed. This has been a 10x, so don't sleep on this. Another Bitcoin miner that's been up 1,000% in the last year. Ethereum. Ethereum is my number 2 crypto. Very bullish on Ethereum. I do own it and hold it, and they're sitting at 2,366. Still in the green today. Tesla. This is a Tesla ETF that I think has some big upside and pays a massive dividend. And here's Tesla. Tesla barely in the green today, fighting to stay green in a day where a lot of big large cap companies are red. Speaking of red, Solana was green, but they're now turned red for the day. Amazon starting to do a dip after a massive 2023. Cardano, here's a crypto that I really like. They're slightly red today. Keep them on your radar and on your watch list. Google, another one of those players that I bought in 2022, sold in 2023 on the come up, and they're slightly down today. And another one of those stocks that's been at 52-week highs that's going down a little bit. And I believe that they need to come down just so they go back up. And that's really the only reason why I think a lot of these are going down. Meta, same thing. One of my top 10 for January. They're down slightly, 2% today. Another one of those stocks that I think is just coming down for no reason other than the fact that it's just been up so much. Same thing with NVIDIA. Finished the year strong. Doesn't it seem to be able to break that 500 mark? And every time it gets that 500 mark, it does a dip. So be aware of that. We're now back down to 480 and down 2%. Here's Matic, otherwise known as Polygon. They've been pretty bullish, as you can see, from 46 cents to 98. They are pulling back a little bit today, 2.95%. I think investors are taking profits. Apple, this is one of the stocks that doesn't make a lot of sense, despite the fact that they've got not growing revenue. The stock went up last year, sold it, took profits, and it's starting to come back down as it's just too high. And there's really no catalyst to take this higher right now because it hasn't been growing. Hasn't been growing its revenues. The revenues and the growth have actually been shrinking. So it didn't make sense that Apple continued to go higher. So this actually makes sense that it's dipping today. Uber had a monster 2023. I believe that that trend will continue in 2024. But like these stocks, it's dipping down, I believe, so that investors can take profits and then reposition themselves for the year. So a lot of these dips will become buying opportunities. DraftKings, a lot of the same. They had a monster 2023, and they're dipping like all the other top stocks as investors are repositioning themselves and allocating their funds in different areas. Here's Roblox, my number 1 pick for January. So far, not doing well today, but I think this dip could be a buying opportunity. I am looking at getting into Roblox. Absolutely love this company, and they're down 4% on the day. Okay, Square has been making a nice comeback after a bottom. It's pretty much doubled. They're having a dip today, which is odd, but I still like Square. AMD having a monster 2023. They're having a dip today, down 5%, which I believe could be a buying opportunity. And Coinbase doesn't make sense. Bitcoin goes up to 175. What am I saying? Bitcoin goes to 45,000. And I'm expecting Coinbase to go up. Pre-market, Coinbase is up all the way to $180. And then the market opens and Coinbase goes down. This doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't really add up. I don't understand why this is happening. But what I can do is say there's probably a lot of shorters shorting this. There's probably a lot of puts being put on this and calls and a lot of options traders trying to take this down. But I don't understand why Coinbase is down when Bitcoin's going up and cryptos are going up. I really believe that this dip will be a buying opportunity. And I believe this is going to be a big year for Coinbase with all the Bitcoin ETFs looking to get approved this week. I was anticipating that Coinbase would rock it. This is a little weird. The other thing is Coinbase, out of the 13 Bitcoin ETFs looking for approval, Coinbase is going to be custodying, which means they're going to be having their Bitcoin held at Coinbase for 9 of the 13 of them. That's extremely bullish for Coinbase. That's going to potentially put billions, maybe even trillions of dollars of assets at Coinbase. So I don't understand this dip on Coinbase. I really believe this company has huge potential, but it could just be the fact that it's up 400%. All these other big stocks are down today. So why not Coinbase too? That's the only way I could think of this, because the reality is I fully anticipate that Coinbase would have been up today on the Bitcoin rally. All right. So nice to see Bitcoin doing well, but overall kind of a red day in the market. There is one good stock that's killing it, LBPH on news. So be aware of that. And some decent moves in the market like Moderna and MicroStrategies today. GBTC looking good. So those are 3 Bitcoin related stocks. Moderna obviously in healthcare that are doing very well. And before we say goodbye, Bitcoin once again at 45,300. Congratulations if you're in on Bitcoin. I think it's going to be a massive year for Bitcoin. Bitcoin finished the year in 2023. I think it was up about 155 to 160%. If we can see that happen again, then that would take Bitcoin well over 100,000 for 2024. So hopefully that happens. Full disclosure, I'm a holder of Bitcoin. And if you like these videos, please smash the like button, comment down below, share the video everywhere, and subscribe if you're alive. All right. Also want to show you the overall markets. As you can see here, the Dow Jones is actually in the green today. S&P 500 is red, and the NASDAQ taking a hit today, down. Gold is up slightly, and oil once again down and maintaining that bearish momentum or lack thereof. All right. I want to wish everybody a happy new year. Let's make 2024 the greatest investing year of our lives. If you want to win, I think you need to get some exposure to Bitcoin because it's doing extremely well. And it would be nice for you to take advantage of that movement. All right. I'm your host of the most, your boy, Rich from Rich TV. If you like these videos, smash the like button, comment down below, share the video everywhere, and subscribe if you're live. And do your best to get some exposure to Bitcoin. It's going to be easier to get into Bitcoin with the Bitcoin spot ETFs looking to get approval this week, which means hopefully within the next couple months, we'll be able to start buying stocks that are actually physically buying Bitcoin and custodying and keeping their crypto at Coinbase. So we'll keep you updated on all of that as it happens. And make sure if you like these videos, you smash the like button, comment down below, share the video everywhere, and subscribe if you're live. I'm your host of the most, your boy Rich from Rich TV in January 2nd, 2024. Have a great year. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Your boy's out.